What's up, guys? Alright, what we got going on here today is a little bit of tutorial stuff on adjusting my frame thing. And today we're gonna turn it into a 10.95 by 10.95 inch square or rectangle. So, what we're gonna do, and we're gonna be doing it inside Illustrator because that's what I know how to use, is you go away. No, you go away. Let's just go ahead and grab what we're going to be starting with. So the assets available are going to be, the rectangle. We've got the bars and such here. Make that 2 point. There we go. I can see it now. See it better. And we've got these guys, and you'll have the pins and the brackets and the sidebars. You don't have this bar or this one. Those are things I'm working on my new version, which are essentially these bars just with these little T-pins integrated into them. And like I said, I'm rebuilding some stuff on this. But to adjust the frame size and scale is pretty simple. Well, at least in Illustrator. I don't really know how easy this would be in like Inkscape or something. But what I'm going to do is just get a line. I'm going to get it right there, drag it out, and I'm going to make it, well, 10.95 inches. And then, of course, it shifted. So we'll grab both of these. We will click the border or the backboard or the panel that we need. And we're just going to horizontal align to the left. Let's make this red and like 4 points so I can see it. Alright, and I'm going to make another one. So I'm just going to hold Alt, get that one, rotate it 90 degrees or whatever, and put it right like that. Sweet. So now we're just gonna use the direct select tool, my favorite tool for scaling and changing parts and such, especially when they're so square. I'm gonna delete these. I don't need those, so I'm gonna click on those and get rid of them because we're making a much smaller little board. I'm gonna grab all of this, all of here, all these nodes and the end nodes, and I'm gonna hold Shift and move this till it clicks into place. Oh, nope, no, not up there. We don't care about that. There it goes. Clicks into place. I like the snapped points and stuff. Very handy in Illustrator. And do the same thing for the other side. And that gives us our new 10.95 by 10.95 inch square frame panel. Now, to scale these, our little top border and our walls. Wait, no, get out here. I click on everything. Let's get them center aligned with our line. Group them. And they need to be a bit wider than the board or our panels. So to find out exactly how wide they need to be, let's find our new distance between them. We'll line up a couple brackets really quick. Let's go ahead and flip that one around. Snap it into place. There we go. So now we see we gotta get these pieces to connect there. I'm gonna drag it down, get them lined up decently, well, right here with this tab slot and that slot. And now with my grouped pieces, I'm gonna double click them, and that puts it into isolation mode. Now all I can select are these two components. And again, I'm gonna use the direct select tool, and I'm gonna grab everything on the left side, everything. And I'm gonna grab this little wall right here and just drag it over till it clicks because this tab is going into that slot. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. All of this wall, holding Shift, and then I hold Control, and there we go, click to that line. Exit isolation mode by hitting that bar. And now we have the top border and the walls scaled. That's it. And then we can ungroup them if you want to, or whatever, and you can just duplicate them because we need 4. And that's how that works. Now, when it comes to changing your material thickness, well, I mean, all of your slots are right there already. Excuse me. You can take them and object, ungroup, yeah. You can ungroup the border, and if you wanted to make it thinner, if you know your material thickness, like if your material thickness is 3.2 millimeters or something, we'll grab these 2 guys and switch yourself over to millimeters in your ruler. And well, don't use the width and height proportion thing. Make sure that's not there. And go adjust your height right here. And you can adjust those 2 at once, and it's going to scale them accordingly. And then you can adjust these, and it's going to scale them accordingly. Pretty simple stuff right there. And of course, you would have to do the same to, you know, all the parts that you're going to be using, but you would only have to do it once and then just, you know, copy. So just 1 bracket, then copy paste 4 more. Adjust one of the walls, copy paste what you need. Pretty simple. But when it comes to adjusting the walls, it's a little bit different, and you just got to remember where the material is. So your material thickness, or your frame thickness, is your total layer thickness, including the brackets. So you always got to include these pieces into that measurement. So you cut out all your panels, and then your brackets, and then get your calipers, your handy-dandy calipers, or tape measure, get that measurement, and then we're going to make these pieces in here, right between there, that thickness. So, and to do that, like let's say this is our new total material thickness. How tall is that line? 25.976 millimeters. All right. Well, to get to that, let's go ahead and remove the fill. Let's double click that. And now, in isolation mode again, we're going to get all the top parts. So if our material thickness is this line, including the brackets, let's grab this. I'm holding shift and connect to the anchor. And then we'll do the same for the bottom side. There we go. And then you would just do the exact same thing for the pins. Grab the pin and make it the same height. You can do this a few different ways here. Like for here, I'm just grabbing that wall and I'm holding Alt and going up and down. I'm going to grab it to that anchor. Boom. Exit isolation mode or whatever. You know, well, you don't even need to be in isolation mode for that, but there you go. Oh yeah, there we go. So, and that's how we would get the pins. The border is kind of helpful. The red line border inside there, I mean, you guys don't have one, but it's really easy to make one. If we take this, put that there, line that up, and between this corner to that corner is the border where you don't really want your design to be outside of period. It just, you don't want your design outside of that border. And we'll make that border like I do red. So now we have the panel and all of our new theoretical parts for our frame. Well, you didn't really need to change the size, but that's how we do everything. And when it comes to putting panels into the frame, like I said, we just insert it. So we've got, we'll take this one and we're gonna put it in here. And it's like, this is going to be the top layer of our new piece. So let's center align this guy in here. And we can just scale it up and make it bigger. We do whatever you want. We just put our designs in here. And we don't let them go outside the red border. We keep them in there. And remember, everything that goes inside, I mean, whatever you do, if you're cutting, you got to make sure it works. So obviously, if this is here, this wouldn't work at all. So we can ungroup it, and just delete that one. Now we have our parts. I don't want that. That we can put inside. There we go. Boom. So when we have our panel, our new panel, we're going to go load this guy up into the forge. Boom. We just ignore the red line. Or score it or something, but we don't need to. We could just completely ignore it, or before you even load it up and be done with it, just delete it, and there's your ready to go cut only first panel. So you do all of your panels into just your base template, load and go. It's really simple. Like once you adjust it like once and just boop, boop, rebuild it real quick, you get the hang of it, and you just boom, click, easy to do. If it's not, like if you're doing it in Inkscape or whatever another one is, Coral, the tools might be similar, and you just gotta figure out how to use their tools to do the same thing.